feel away, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
Between the Mexico City Diablos and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And off we go to wrap up a busy weekend of football. They'll run here with Tavon Austin. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll run with Austin. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Down at the 20-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 15.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, 4 down. Let's bring it. My game. Guys, stay good.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
11 yards on the pickup.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
39-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Hey, 0.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Wilson. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman.
And that's good.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
He's checking. 4 down. Zebra. Check out.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
They're on 36-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally marked down at the 4. .42-yard line.
Dante Jackson on the tackle. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Mexico City.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
He was taken down by...
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. They'll run on first down. Callaway. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a give, right side. Callaway. And he'll be out of bounds. That good for 19 and a first down. Gosh, when you got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop a few this week because of what we've seen from Deshaun Watson. His ability to get to the corner, that's where the focus will go.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. He'll try to run this one in, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Diablos 7, Seahawks 9.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. Wilson. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that'll be incomplete. Wilson took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Diablos 7, Seahawks 0.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught at the 20. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one, and even 70 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Is good.
And he's able to put it through.
The score, Diablos 14, Seahawks nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, D. Take 4.
This is Carson. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Wilson got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle.
Wilson.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Tyler Lockett. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Four receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Here's Wilson to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This is taken around the 12. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
He was brought down.
And they rattle off a big one. 84 yards.
At the 2-yard line.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And he will have a touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He'll let one go deep for Howard, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
42-yard line.
From the gun, here's Watson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Albert O. Albert Okuebunam was the target there, but it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Demetrius Harris, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
For Seattle.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check the ball. Mike, check 33. 33. So let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Come on.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Hey, just sit. 19. I got you, son. I got you, son. Check the ball.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head, his head coach and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll roll him out right. That's complete, Okuebunam. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Seahawks' 8-yard line.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Callaway, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
25-yard line.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
4-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 34 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Watson on the move to his left. Now he's going to let it, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there. 71 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Brings up 4th down and goal.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Callaway, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
For the extra point.
And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Here we go, D. 47's the Mike. Check, 47. Let's go, D. Mike's 47. Mike.
On 1st down, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route.
Wilson's pass.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the 11-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Wilson will throw again. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. On 1st down, Callaway, and he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 7, Watson eluding the pressure right. He's letting this. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Watch the slants. Alert.
Now a give right side. Callaway. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Number 46.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock. When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Check Mike 33. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Mike, check 33. Hey, 34.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Mike, check 33.
They'll run on first down. Callaway. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Again, the ball carrier.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 17, Watson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Callaway. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Kill.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
Come on. Key to tight end. Key to tight end.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Wilson throwing on 3rd and long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can...
Now let's take a minute to see how you can